And now let's go across to Hyderabad House, where Seychelles President Patrick Herminie and Prime Minister Narendra Modi are currently delivering the joint press statement.
I welcome you all to this ceremony where we shall witness exchange of several agreements and MOUs. These documents reflect our multifaceted cooperation as part of India-Seychelles partnership. We will begin with the exchange of MOU between Indian Pharmacopoeia Commission and Ministry of Health of Seychelles on pharmacopoeial cooperation. This document will be exchanged by His Excellency Dr. Marvin Fanny, Minister of Health of Seychelles, and Dr. S. Jaishankar, External Affairs Minister of India. The next document to be exchanged is the MOU between Indian Meteorological Department and Seychelles Meteorological Authority on technical and scientific collaboration. This document will be exchanged by Her Excellency Ms. Mary May Jeremy, Minister of Environment, Climate, Energy and Natural Resources of Seychelles, and Dr. S. Jaishankar, External Affairs Minister of India. The cultural exchange program between Government of India and Government of Seychelles for the years 2026 to 2030 will be exchanged by Her Excellency Mrs. Amanda Bernstein, Minister of Tourism and Culture of Seychelles, and Dr. S. Jaishankar, External Affairs Minister of India. The next two documents are MOU between Indian National Centre for Ocean Information Services and Seychelles Meteorological Authority on technical cooperation in ocean observation, ocean services, capacity building, data sharing and the conduct of maritime scientific research, and the MOU between Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology of India and the Department of Information Communications Technology of Seychelles on cooperation in the field of knowledge sharing of successful digital solutions implemented at population scale for digital transformation. These two documents will be exchanged by Her Excellency Mrs. Lalatiana Akush, High Commissioner of the Republic of Seychelles to India, and Shri Vikram Misri, Foreign Secretary of India. Lastly, we have exchange of two MOUs, namely the MOU between National Centre for Good Governance and Public Service Bureau of Seychelles for capacity building and training programs for civil servants of Seychelles, and the MOU between National Cooperative Exports Limited and Seychelles Trading Corporation on procurement of food commodities. These two documents will be exchanged by Her Excellency Mrs. Lalatiana Akush, High Commissioner of the Republic of Seychelles to India, and Shri Rohit Ratish, High Commissioner of India to Seychelles. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the exchange ceremony. I would like to make a couple of announcements. One, India and Seychelles have agreed on a joint vision document for sustainability, economic growth and security through enhanced linkages. And two, India will extend a special economic package of $175 million to support development needs of Seychelles, especially in the fields of public housing, mobility, infrastructure and capacity building as per the priorities of the Government of Seychelles. I now request the spokesperson of the Ministry of External Affairs to conduct the rest of the proceedings.
Namaskar, good afternoon. Your Excellency Dr. Patrick Herminie, President of the Republic of Seychelles, Honorable Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi, Honorable Ministers, members of both delegations, distinguished guests, and friends from the media. We will now have the press statements. May I request Honorable Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi, to give his remarks to the media.
Your Excellency, डॉक्टर पैट्रिक हरमेनी, दोनों देशों के डेलीगेट्स, मीडिया के साथियों, नमस्कार। राष्ट्रपति हरमेनी और उनके डेलीगेशन का भारत में स्वागत करते हुए मुझे अत्यंत प्रसन्नता हो रही है। सेशल्स के राष्ट्रपति के रूप में चुने जाने पर मैं उन्हें 140 करोड़ भारतवासियों की ओर से हार्दिक बधाई और शुभकामनाएं देता हूं। राष्ट्रपति के रूप में यह उनकी पहली भारत यात्रा है। उनकी यह यात्रा ऐसे शुभ वर्ष में हो रही है जब सेशल्स का 50वां स्वतंत्रता दिवस और हमारे राजनयिक संबंधों की 50वीं वर्षगांठ मनाई जा रही है। मुझे विश्वास है कि ये माइलस्टोन्स हमें निरंतर नई ऊंचाइयों छूने के लिए प्रेरित करते रहेंगे। फ्रेंड्स, भारत और सेशल्स के संबंध केवल राजनयिक संपर्क तक सीमित नहीं है। हिंद महासागर की लहरें सदियों से हमारे लोगों को जोड़ती आई हैं। इसके तटों पर दोनों देशों के बीच व्यापार बढ़ा, संस्कृतियां मिली और विश्वास की परंपराएं मजबूत होती गई। इंडिया एंड सेशल्स आर कनेक्टेड नॉट जस्ट बाय ज्योग्राफी बट बाय हिस्ट्री, ट्रस्ट एंड शेयर्ड विजन फॉर द फ्यूचर। हमारा नाता कल, आज और आने वाले कल का है। एक मैरीटाइम नेबर और विश्वसनीय साझेदार के रूप में सेशल्स भारत के महासागर विजन का अभिन्न अंग है। हमारा सहयोग जल, थल और नभ को समाहित करता है। आज की चर्चाओं में हमने इस साझेदारी को और अधिक सशक्त बनाने का मार्ग प्रशस्त किया। अपने आर्थिक सहयोग को और सुदृढ़ बनाने के लिए नए अवसरों की तलाश जारी रखने पर हम सहमत हैं। लोकल करेंसीज में व्यापार बढ़ाने के साथ साथ हम फिनटेक और डिजिटल सॉल्यूशंस में भी आगे बढ़ेंगे। विकास साझेदारी भारत सेशल संबंधों की मजबूत नींव रही है। हमारे सभी प्रयास सेशल्स की प्राथमिकताओं और आवश्यकताओं पर आधारित हैं। इस दिशा में आगे बढ़ते हुए आज हम $175 मिलियन के स्पेशल इकोनॉमिक पैकेज की घोषणा करने जा रहे हैं। यह पैकेज सोशल हाउसिंग, ई मोबिलिटी, वोकेशनल ट्रेनिंग, स्वास्थ्य, रक्षा और मैरीटाइम सिक्योरिटी जैसे क्षेत्रों में ठोस परियोजनाओं को सपोर्ट देगा। इन पहलों से सेशल्स के लोगों, विशेषकर युवाओं के लिए रोजगार और कौशल के नए अवसर सृजित होंगे। सेशल्स की कैपेसिटी बिल्डिंग में भारत के आईटेक प्रोग्राम की महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका रही है। मुझे खुशी है कि सेशल्स के सिविल सर्वेंट्स की भारत में ट्रेनिंग के लिए आज एमओयू किया जा रहा है। टेक्नोलॉजी के क्षेत्र में करीबी सहयोग से हम अपने सहयोग को एक फ्यूचरिस्टिक दिशा दे रहे हैं। आज डिजिटल ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन पर एमओयू हो रहा है। इसके तहत हम भारत का सफल अनुभव सेशल्स के साथ साझा करेंगे। स्वास्थ्य क्षेत्र में सेशल्स के लिए भारत एक स्थिर और भरोसेमंद साझेदार रहा है। किफायती और क्वालिटी मेडिसिन की सप्लाई, मेडिकल टूरिज्म और हेल्थ इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर के विकास में हम सेशल्स के साथ मिलकर आगे बढ़ेंगे। ऊर्जा और जलवायु के क्षेत्र में हमारा सहयोग सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट की साझा प्रतिबद्धता से प्रेरित है। हम रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी, रेजिलियंस और क्लाइमेट एडेप्टिविटी सॉल्यूशंस पर अपने सहयोग को और विस्तार देंगे। फ्रेंड्स, मैरीटाइम नेबर्स के रूप में ब्लू इकोनॉमी हमारे लिए एक स्वाभाविक सहयोग का क्षेत्र है। हम मरीन रिसर्च, कैपेसिटी बिल्डिंग, डेटा शेयरिंग जैसे क्षेत्रों में भारत की विशेषज्ञता सेशल्स के साथ साझा करेंगे। रक्षा सहयोग और मैरीटाइम सुरक्षा हमारी साझेदारी के महत्वपूर्ण स्तंभ है। कोलंबो सिक्योरिटी कॉन्क्लेव से फुल मेंबर के तौर पर हम सेशल्स का स्वागत करते हैं। इससे हमारा आपसी समन्वय सुदृढ़ होगा और हिंद महासागर में शांति और स्थिरता सुनिश्चित करने के प्रयासों को बल मिलेगा। टुगेदर वी विल शेप not just bilateral cooperation, but a shared future for the Indian Ocean. Friends, भारत सेशल्स संबंधों की सबसे बड़ी शक्ति हमारे पीपल टू पीपल टाइज है। सेशल्स में बसे भारतीय समुदाय ने सेशल्स के सामाजिक और आर्थिक जीवन में उल्लेखनीय योगदान दिया है। साथ साथ उन्होंने हमारी मित्रता को पीढ़ी दर पीढ़ी मजबूत भी किया है। आज हमने पर्यटन, शिक्षा, संस्कृति और खेल के माध्यम से इन संबंधों को और सशक्त बनाने पर विचार विमर्श किया। हम दोनों देशों के युवाओं के बीच आदान प्रदान बढ़ाने पर विशेष बल देंगे। फ्रेंड्स, आज की बैठक से ये स्पष्ट है कि भारत और सेशल्स की साझेदारी एक नए चरण में प्रवेश कर रही है। सभी क्षेत्रों में आगे बढ़ने के लिए आज हम इंडिया सेशल्स जॉइंट विजन जारी करने जा रहे हैं। ये विजन आने वाले वर्षों में हमारे सहयोग का रोडमैप बनेगा। एक्सेलेंसी, मैं एक बार फिर आपकी भारत यात्रा और भारत के प्रति आपकी अटूट मित्रता और प्रतिबद्धता के लिए आपका हृदय से आभार व्यक्त करता हूं। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
Thank you, sir. May I now request His Excellency Dr. Patrick Herminie, President of the Republic of Seychelles, to give his remarks to the media.
Your Excellency, Mr. Prime Minister, members of your delegation, members of the Seychelles delegation, members of the press. I am honored to be at Hyderabad House today on my first state visit to India as President of the Republic of Seychelles. I would first and foremost like to thank the Prime Minister and the people of India for the warm hospitality extended to me upon my arrival. This visit reflects the long-standing friendship and mutual respect that have come to characterize relations between Seychelles and India, particularly as this year marks a significant milestone in our relations. In June, Seychelles and India would commemorate the Golden Jubilee of its diplomatic relations, coinciding with Seychelles' 50th anniversary of independence, to which, Mr. Modi, you've been invited as a guest of honor. This convergence offers an opportunity not only to reflect on the journey we have shared, but also to shape the direction of our partnership in the years ahead. During my discussion with Prime Minister Modi, we undertook a comprehensive review of Seychelles-India relations and reaffirmed our shared commitment to advancing a practical, forward-looking partnership anchored in tangible outcomes for our peoples. We exchanged views on our shared vision for cooperation over the next 5 years, identifying priority areas and ensures that our bilateral engagement remains relevant and aligned with national development objectives. Economic engagement and development support featured prominently in our exchanges. We discussed approaches to advance priority initiatives through appropriate development cooperation instruments, including project-based support and lines of credit. As Indian Ocean states, maritime security and regional stability remain central to our relationship. Prime Minister Modi and I reaffirmed our shared responsibility for promoting safety, stability, and lawful activity in the Western Indian Ocean. Our collaboration in maritime surveillance, security, and defense capacity development continues to play a vital role in countering transnational crime, piracy, and other maritime threats, as well as in safeguarding critical sea lanes. We also address infrastructure development and investment facilitation as key enablers of economic resilience and inclusive growth. Particular attention was given to sustainable transport and climate-resilient infrastructure, including electric mobility solutions and cleaner public transport systems. Opportunities to expand cooperation in renewable energy, notably solar power, were also identified in support of Seychelles' climate and emission reduction objectives. Human capital development and institutional strengthening remain fundamental to Seychelles-India relations. We reviewed collaboration in education, technical and vocational education and training, digital governance, health and public administration. In this regard, I acknowledge the long-standing contribution of capacity development initiatives, including under the Indian Technical and Economic Cooperation Program, ITEC, which have strengthened Seychelles' institutional capabilities and human resources. Tourism, cultural exchange, and people-to-people engagement were recognized as important drivers of closer ties. Tourism remains a cornerstone of the Seychelles economy, and India represents a growing market supported by improved air connectivity. We considered avenues to strengthen tourism promotion, expand cultural exchanges, and deepen societal links, including proposals to further enhance India's cultural presence in Seychelles. The business and private sector dimension of the relationship was also examined, with a focus on trade, investment, and opportunities for greater collaboration between enterprises in both countries. Strengthening these linkages is essential to translating bilateral goodwill into sustained economic activity. Health cooperation represents a long-standing and increasingly strategic pillar of Seychelles-Indian relations and was a key focus of the visit. India's growing role in health diplomacy, including through the sharing of medical expertise, institutional partnerships, and access to specialized care, has delivered tangible benefits to the Seychelles people. Building on existing collaboration with Indian medical institutions, including in Chennai, which have enabled Seychelles patients to access specialized and life-saving treatment. Seychelles and India signed a Memorandum of Understanding in the health sector. The Memorandum of Understanding on Pharmacopoeia, which will facilitate access to quality and affordable medicines. Seychelles and India have additionally signed a number of Memoranda of Understanding and cooperation agreements that reflect the breadth and maturity of our partnership and that provide concrete frameworks for advancing cooperation across priority sectors. In the area of digital governance and public sector modernization, we signed a Memorandum of Understanding on sharing successful digital solutions for digital transformation. This agreement provides a framework for the exchange of technical expertise, institutional experience, and best practices in the use of digital technologies to improve public service delivery, enhance efficiency, and support inclusive governance. Cultural cooperation and people-to-people exchanges were further strengthened through the signing of the Cultural Exchange Program between Seychelles and India. This program provides a structured framework for promoting cultural interaction, artistic collaboration, and mutual understanding, and complements broader engagement in tourism, education, and creative industry. Cooperation in the maritime and scientific domain was reinforced through the signing of the Memorandum of Understanding on technical cooperation in ocean observation, ocean services, capacity building, data sharing, and marine scientific research. This instrument reflects our shared interest in advancing marine science, strengthening technical and analytical capabilities, and support evidence-based ocean governance in the Indian Ocean. We also exchange perspectives on regional and global issues of mutual interest, including developments in the Indian Ocean region and India's growing role in multilateral forums such as the G20 and BRICS. In this context, we emphasize the importance of continued engagement to advance peace, stability, and sustainable development, particularly in support of developing countries and small island developing states. Seychelles places particular importance on ensuring that the perspectives and priorities of small island developing states are reflected in global decision-making processes, especially on climate change, sustainable development, and ocean governance. We value India's constructive role in promoting more inclusive and representative multilateral systems. I am confident that this visit will further strengthen the Seychelles-India partnership and translate into concrete outcomes that benefit our two countries and our peoples, as we deepen engagement grounded in mutual respect, shared interests, and common responsibilities in the Indian Ocean region. I wish to reiterate my appreciation to the government and people of India for their long-standing support and continued commitment to strengthening our bilateral relations. I thank you.
Thank you, sir. That concludes the press statements. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your presence.
So that was the official press statement by both the leaders, Prime Minister Narendra Modi as well as Seychelles President Dr. Patrick Herminie. He also said that Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be invited as the chief guest on the Golden Jubilee of Seychelles. This and more on mutual cooperation along with the Memorandum of Understandings. With this, it's a wrap here on DD India Live, but news and updates will continue here. Thank you so much for joining us right now. Namaskar.